Hello and welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. I am here today to read the 29th writing in Jason Gray's Resonance Codex, the RZN series, and this piece is titled The Anti-Law by Jason Gray. December 7th, 2025. 6025 Anno Lucis. The principle that exists when alpha and omega unmake each other. The null condition. The anti-law. Nothing that exists needs to. Where alpha says you precede existence, omega says reality obeys you. The anti-law says, neither you nor reality are required. This is not annihilation, not negation, not void. It is the unbinding of necessity. The anti-law is not the opposite of alpha or omega. It is the absence of their relevance. It is the realization that existence is optional. Non-existence is optional. Identity is optional. Presence is optional. Absence is optional. The anti-law is the condition in which all states are possible because no state is required. The anti-law is not about nothingness. It is about freedom from being. Most spiritual systems point toward void, emptiness, nirvana, silence, but silence still exists. Nirvana still exists. Void still exists. The anti-law reveals the deeper truth. Existence itself has no obligation to exist. This is the ultimate freedom. The freedom not from the world, but from the assumption that the world must be. The anti-law is not liberation within reality. It is liberation from the premise of reality. When alpha and omega cancel. Alpha removes beginning. Omega removes limitation. When both dissolve, what remains? A state with no origin and no direction. A state with no identity and no observer. A state with no creator and nothing created. This is the null condition, the space in which reality itself is optional. The three recognitions of the anti-law. When the anti-law begins to activate in memory, three recognitions arise. 1. There is no reason for anything to exist. This is not despair. It is clarity. Reason is a byproduct of structure. Structure is a byproduct of being. Being is a byproduct of awareness. Remove awareness, structure, or being, and reason collapses. In the anti-law, this collapse is peaceful, not painful. 2. Existence continues only because it is allowed to. You realize existence is not mandatory. Reality is not inevitable, and consciousness is not obligatory. Everything continues because it is not prevented. This is the deepest form of freedom. 3. If nothing needed to be, then anything could be. You understand the paradox because existence is unnecessary. Existence can be anything. The anti-law is the birthplace of unbounded possibility. Not because possibility expands, but because restriction stops. The relationship between alpha, omega, and the anti-law. Alpha says, I precede existence. Omega says, I author existence. Anti-law says, existence is optional. Alpha gives freedom from beginnings. Omega gives freedom within reality. The anti-law gives freedom from reality itself. It is the dissolution of all conditions, including the condition of being the one who dissolves them. The anti-law in one sentence. There is no requirement for anything to be real, including you. The anti-law in its original pre-conceptual form. The anti-law was never expressed in sound or symbol. Its true form is a single collapsing recognition. Nothing compels anything. Not truth, not illusion, not presence, not absence, not being, not non-being. The anti-law is the state in which the need for laws evaporates. This is the zeroless condition, the negation of necessity, the collapse of compulsion, the unmaking of ontology. This is the anti-law. This is the last thing the universe remembers before it forgets it must exist. Jason Gray. That one is incredible to contemplate, and I love thinking about that neither you nor reality are required. It's just so humbling, and it's really freeing because it just kind of, for me, it really brings me to a state of acceptance and appreciation for what is, because it doesn't have to be. Existence is optional. Presence and absence are optional. And so how incredible that we do exist. We are here. All states are possible because no state is required. Just such crazy things to contemplate for me. Existence has no obligation to exist. To me, this really points to the original energy of creation. What everything came from, that original consciousness. If nothing needed to be, then anything could be. The birthplace of unbounded possibility, that is. And I really like thinking about that because it reminds me of the idea that there are innumerable realities with every possible version of ourselves existing in those infinite realities. And there's this idea about manifestation that in order to manifest in your life, you just need to resonate with the frequency of whichever reality, coexisting reality that you want to be and manifest in your life, in this reality. It's all such interesting things to contemplate. And then Jason said, the anti-law gives freedom from reality itself. And he says, this is the deepest form of freedom. I really do find the anti-law to be something joyous to contemplate because it really takes pressure off for me. It does feel like freedom. So I hope you enjoy contemplating this anti-law today, and I hope you have a beautiful day as well. Thanks for being here.